Was there a key point or something significant?
Yeah. Okay. So this lady, what's her name? Ivana, yeah. She's apparently she's a she works with rehabilitation. So she's got already there a situation where she helps people to overcome pain or manage pain. And she's got two goals, actually. One is to introduce the Feldenkrais skills into her work, the actual work. And the real goal is to open a private Feldenkrais practice on her own. So that's a short-term and a long-term goal. The age, we thought adult, but really, probably she can welcome any age.
But she's going to focus there. So what was it that kind of was interesting or stood out for you in the process of working through those things? They'll come and read the details on the wall a bit later.
What was the...
I think the best thing was that she knew that she can apply some of the work into her practice without, I already discussed with, I think Lisa or someone else this morning, but Lisa said that without knowing anyone that somebody's standing on your shoulder, she can play with. So that's my understanding.
So she's got a ready supply of people to start to try things.
Yeah, and she's already into that process of applying a little bit of tiny bit here, tiny bit there, without knowing, not without like, when you have a proper practice and you have that, responsibility on your shoulder, that's a big difference when you just play, just experiment, and people doesn't know, you don't know, and you can just learn a lot out of it.
Great.
That's slow integration of what she already got, integration of what she's learning.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thank you. Okay. Who had Tutti? So was there something particular that popped out for you that was interesting or puzzling? Or?
Well, we found the process difficult. When we looked at the intention, we thought, well, doesn't everybody want to help people? So it was kind of hard to, well, we thought, we hoped. So we broke down the why into, oh, by the way, she's a singer who wants to help other singers. And her reasons for doing it, her motivation is because Feldenkrais helped her singing so much. She wanted to promote the method because of that. And she could see how other singers were struggling and how Feldenkrais could help them to enhance and enjoy singing and help them engage with their audience. Is that too much?
That's fine.
Okay. And then the one type of desired client, I mean, that was hard to narrow down. So we chose a 30-ish singer who, had great promise early on and plateaued somehow. Female, she's a jazz singer and she enjoys cycling. And she wants to reach her full potential, the full potential that she thought she had at the beginning of her singing career. She's middle class. Her points of contact will be the jazz club, the cycling club. She figures that people who cycle and sing are straining their voices because they're screaming at each other on the road or at other drivers, and through Facebook. And also she hoped that the positive feedback would just go through the grapevine and she'd get more clientele.
Okay, word of mouth is something that is invaluable, and we might think in the future too about how can we foster that? How can we encourage people to say useful things or to listen to their friends in a way that they can start to find ways of offering a solution. Okay, so in terms of the process, working with Willie, just Just something that popped out in that process.
Will he run again? All right, so we had someone who wanted to just improve the sports people, just improve their ability. And so we narrowed down from sports to giving him a specific type of sports. We decided he might not run again, so archery. We actually didn't think about that until afterwards. But anyway, archery was his thing. And then his outcomes were to successfully communicate and service the community that he was in, and hopefully get a certain percentage of interest from the community to then build on from there. And the socioeconomic status, we decided on his archery group, which is probably middle to upper class, but it doesn't really matter because he's focusing on the archery group. So whatever that is the socioeconomic status. Points of contact, his archery buddies, but also the Australian Association of Archery, AAA, which we came up with just then, everyone. I don't know if it exists, just in case you were wondering. But yeah, just media marketing and word of mouth. And
cool.
Yeah.
So one of the insights that I did hear you say was that if he can start with the group that he's part of, they'll know him, he'll know them, he'll know the language and the issues, and that will be easier. Cool. Any highlights or specific issues or puzzlements that came out of working with Ed?
Well, I guess probably the main thing that we found was just that you can make a lot of assumptions, so you do need to really ask the questions.
Right.
So Ed he's a teacher who wants to find ways to bring Feldenkrais into classrooms, and he's said that could include traditional ATM and also incorporating the learning approach into other subjects. So we just sort of, as we went through the questions, we were like, oh, we could choose this or we could choose this, but we just have to choose one of them, and whichever one we choose really did affect quite a bit how that would work. For example, the age, we chose 11 to 12, which is that kind of puberty age, which is quite different from, say, younger children or older children. And, the socioeconomic status might affect the behaviour of the children and that sort of thing as well. So, they're probably the main insights.
Well done. Good. Thank you. Carmen, what were the issues that popped out for you guys?
Similar thing to what Marissa said, in that the choice you made such a big difference on the outcome of it all. Mm-hmm. So it is important to clarify the intention. It really did bring that home. So thank you. That was interesting. So Carmen was interested with children. She really wanted to work with kids. And we decided that we would put her intention as helping people. And we decided that the type of the desired client would be children with learning difficulties. The age that we chose was primary school age children. I guess we had an interesting time discussing all the points.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Cool. So you can come and read the details later if you're interested. And Daisy. Must be your turn, Jenny.
Thank you so much.
We sort of clarified the intention, but then we kept popping up with different intentions, and then that just broadened the whole process. So coming back to the intention was something we had to keep directing ourselves to do. So we had a older lady who was looking to help people keep gardening, and so again we sort of chose a socio-demographic that was sort of similar to herself, I guess, something local with her interest of gardening. Again, though, we were sort of making, I guess, lots of assumptions based on the picture. that then sort of, I guess narrowed off where we would market things to. But I guess there could be, other things depending on what her intention was.
Well done. Thank you all. So if you like to leave your sheet near your poster, I'll stick it on. So it'll be there for the few days we're together when we come back. And you could now just take a short break for 10 minutes or so, and then we'll come back for the next activity. I've got ticky tape.